Hello, Nick Chen, Iowa Collector here, and Dan over at Dan's Vintage Baseball PC has a VR going on to celebrate his 3 years on YouTube. So first of all, congratulations, Dan. I know sometimes creating content can be a hassle, get in the way of life, or life gets in the way of making content every day or every week or every month or whatever people do. But making it 3 years is quite an honor, and once again, congratulations. So anyway, his VR is to pick a card out of your collection that best represents you and how you collect. And I've been stewing on this for quite a while because there's a lot of cards I could have picked and thought about picking. For instance, I'm big into football as well, so I thought about picking a Roger Staubach rookie. And I thought about picking Emmitt Smith rookie, who was my favorite player to watch back in the teenage years. So ultimately, I decided, this is Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. I'm going to pick the baseball card that best represents my collecting. And so anyway, I struggled with this still. I for a long time thought, well, everybody would like Mickey Mantle in their collection almost. There's not too many collectors out there that don't like Mickey Mantle in their collection. And this card is my only graded Mickey Mantle card. It's a beautiful card. Sorry for the reflection there. But anyway, I ultimately decided I've only got one graded Mickey Mantle, and I'm not actively chasing more. I do have some ungraded Mantles in my collection, but that's not what I really go after. So then for a while, I thought about my favorite card in my collection. Right now is probably this 54 Jackie Robinson. It is my only graded Jackie Robinson, and I'm slowly working on the 1954 set, which brings me to, sorry, get it the right way here. At heart, I collect a lot of vintage. I chase vintage. I'm actively trying to complete vintage sets. Anytime since I started collecting when I was littler, anytime anything 1980 and older came my way, I saved them all. I have every one of those. I've maybe sold 20 vintage cards my entire life, because I had doubles, triples, quadruples, 15 of them, who knows what. But I've had a couple friends come over and pick through my cards, and they picked out a few vintage. And so I've sold a few here and there, but for the most part, if they land in my collection and they're vintage, they stay here. So what best represents my collection? Well, I've shown this card before, but I'll show it again because it borders on vintage, and it is definitely, most people consider vintage, but not all. But it's right on that edge there. And I do have a pretty sizable modern collection as well. So I collect both. And this is kind of right on the edge of that borderline of being vintage, being modern. But it is one of my Ozzie Smith rookies. This is one that, I don't know, when I was a teenager, I actually saved up money to go purchase this card. It's the first time I ever saved up money just to go purchase a specific card. Of course, Ozzie Smith is also my favorite player in baseball. So that is the card that I'm going to say best represents my collection, just because it is vintage to me, and it's my favorite player, and it's the kind of cards I go after. It's ungraded, which most of my collection is, so therefore that's another reason I thought it represented my collection very well. So once again, congratulations, Dan, on 3 years, and hope everybody enjoyed this selection, and we'll see you again. Thanks.